Round 3 of Marbula E, presented by Envision Racing and Jelle's Marble Runs, takes place in Jakarta. Thank you very much for joining us. The marbles are all in the grandstands. My name is Jack Nicholls, and with me is the voice of marble racing, Greg Woods. Looking forward to this one, Greg.
Absolutely. Jakarta looks resplendent today, and I hope we're in for a good race.
You can see the circuit there laid out. These are the championship standings coming into this race. It's been a dominant season so far for Mercedes-Benz EQ. They have a big lead over Rocket Venturi Racing, and they're only just ahead of Panasonic Jaguar Racing. Down at the bottom, though, unfortunately, our hosts, Envision Racing. We are going to get underway with qualifying first of all. This is the order that they'll be going out in. BMW I Andretti Motorsport going out first. The 12 marbles will set their run time, and then we will be formed for the grid, and then the race will be underway. So BMW I Andretti waiting to go out first. It'll be a one-lap shootout for these marbles, and BMW are on their way down through this first sector. That's the attack mode, which has the flipper in the middle and then looping around the left-hand side, Greg.
It really is a quick drop that if you're not stabilized early, you're going to be all out of sorts for the bottom part of this course. And BMW have been trending upwards, 10th and 3rd in their qualifying efforts. Let's see where they place today after a 17:09.
So that is the benchmark time. Nissan next up, as they drop down through attack mode and then loop back around. You see the pit buildings there as they come towards the left-hander at the bottom that takes them out across the line. And Nissan, will they go quicker or slower than BMW? It is quicker. So already BMW drop into 3rd as we look to the next marble to drop, which is going to be Porsche.
And goodness knows Nissan need that. Just 2 points to their name so far through these 2 M Prix. Now let's see what Porsche can do here as well. Sitting in the upper half of the standings, but 21 points back of Mercedes. That's nearly a full race victory. And here they slot into provisional P1.
Okay, that's a good run from Porsche, then a 16.29. Next up we have Jaguar, who are involved in that fight for second in the championship. Didn't look super neat coming towards the attack mode activation zone, though.
Not quite, but this lap is long enough that they have some time to put it back together. Their use of the curbs in the last race was particularly interesting. Oh, but slow through that final turn, and they paid for it.
Yeah, so Jaguar down in 4th place, slowest of the qualifiers so far. Neo 333, another marble that is towards the top of the championship order, and it looks like to me as though they've taken good speed through that first sector, only 0.3 of a second away from Porsche.
Statistically, probably our best qualifier out of everybody. 3rd and 2nd in their 2 races so far. Where do they come here? And so far, it's last.
Wow, that is quite the surprise for Neo 333. Here come Techeetah. They've been front runners at various points during the races this year, but not able to halt the Mercedes domination, and in their 0.8 of a second down after the first half of the lap.
A little bit too hot coming out of attack mode, high on the curbs. Let's see, did they claw it back just a little bit?
Yeah, fastest in the second sector then for Techeetah. They slot into 2nd place. Next up, it's Mahindra as they take the attack mode and then run into the chicane. Looping around the left, they are 0.6 of a second away from Porsche. That Porsche first sector looks absolutely mighty. Where will Mahindra slot? Slow through that final turn, and as a result, they're last.
Visibly, you can see the slowdown. Mahindra, interestingly enough, has gained a total of 0 places over the course of this season. They've lost none, and they've gained none from qualifying to the race.
No point in them racing then really, is there? Here are Audi now, coming through the final couple of corners, out across the line. That final corner, you either take a lot of speed or no speed through it at all, and it's 6th place for Audi.
It's a little bit deceptive when you come up to it. I think the Marble's eye view may be a little bit off compared to what their instincts might be telling them. Who can get that last turn right may just decide who gets pole.
Envision Racing looking for their first points of the season, and considering you get points for 10 out of the 12 positions, that shows you they've been rubbish, but they slot into 5th place here, so they're in the mix at least.
And their best qualifying of the 3 M Prix thus far, improving 1 out of Seoul.
Next up, we've got Rocket Venturi. Swinging through the first sector, only 0.1 of a second away from Porsche. This could be a good run for Venturi. All comes down to this final corner. It's not terrible. They come across the line and they slot into 5th place, just ahead of Envision Racing. Porsche still on provisional pole position. Next up, it's Dragon.
our pole sitter from Seoul. We know they have the speed. We know they have the strategy also. They have lost a few positions over the course of the races thus far, but they're already a second adrift.
Here come the Dragon team round the final corner, cut the timing beam, and they slot into 9th position. So, will it be Porsche on the pole for the Jakarta Grand Prix, or will it be Mercedes? The championship leaders, all eyes on them.
Appropriately enough, they've gained more spots over the 2 races than anybody else. 3/4 of a second through the first sector, though. They're going to have to dig deep here.
This is going to be a tough one. Mercedes through the final turn, and the championship leaders go 11th. Wow, that is not the kind of pace that they wanted. Here's a look at the qualifying results for the Jakarta Grand Prix. Porsche at the top, a long way clear of everybody else, to be honest. From DS to Cheetah down to Mahindra, it's half a second. It's 7/10 from Porsche to DS to Cheetah in second position. Marbles lining up, ready to go for the Jakarta Grand Prix. Porsche on pole, to Cheetah alongside them on the front row of the grid. 5.5 minutes plus 1 lap of racing coming up. And we go rolling in Jakarta. Good start from Techeetah. They get out in front.
That really quick attack mode stratifies everybody so quickly. You have to have yourself in order here. And look at the gap that's being pulled out already.
Across the line then to complete lap 1. Up the ramp and down towards the start of the second one. It's Porsche who have managed to get the lead back from Techeetah. BMW running in 3rd place. Then it's a big train of cars behind them as they come through attack mode, through the left and through the right. Porsche and Techeetah out in front, but BMW closing in a little bit. Envision Virgin Racing in the purple are in 4th at the moment, and now they're up into 3rd very briefly, but it looks good for them to score some points in this one. Porsche still out in front.
This is going to be close coming off the belt. Let's see how they come off the launch and through attack mode, but everything is closed up again, and high off the curves, we've had somebody go off the track.
Someone has gone flying there. I think it was Audi. They've dropped right to the bottom of the timing tower on the left. So Audi look as though they are out of the race. To the belt again. Techeetah in front, BMW second. This is what happened, Greg.
Heading into attack mode, already getting out of sorts there. But watch these curbs. This was really the pivotal moment here. Oh, a shove coming from Envision Virgin Racing sends Audi clean off the track. That curb acting like a ramp.
Wow, look at this. The purple Envision Virgin marble just shoving Audi off, as you say. And those two are partners in the real racing world. But now, well, he's getting a medical checkup there. Hopefully, the Audi marble is going to be fine. We've got 4 minutes plus 1 lap to go. And these stewards are now looking at that incident. So Envision Virgin, whilst running in 3rd place, now 4th, because Porsche just got in front, but they could have their points taken away from them. What controversy as they come up the belt.
That big drop really precipitated that. How much of that was on purpose versus just sheer momentum pushing you forward and getting a little out of control? We take a look at the driver's eye view, and look at on the right side of the screen there. A little bit of damage. This is on the Envision Virgin Racing marble, and you have to wonder if that's going to be slowing them down at all for a sport that deals so much with coefficient of friction. Any damage could potentially be pretty bad.
Here they come up the belt again. Techeetah are pulling away. BMW are in second. Porsche are in third. Envision, despite that damage, are still there. Running in 4th position, trying to get third away from Porsche as they come through the left onto the back straight. BMW fairly lonely in that second spot. Envision now still holding off Mahindra. That's the closest fight as they come up into the belt. And no penalty for Envision Virgin Racing for ramming Audi off the course. I just worry that could set a precedent.
It really comes down, I think, to course design also, but the stewards are going to know a little bit more than we do in terms of telemetry and knowing what the positioning of the marbles were. They must have seen something that we haven't yet. Hopefully the correct decision, and gladly everybody's okay.
Yeah, that's the most important thing, of course. We saw the Audi marble getting sorted out. Now the battle's on for second place. Porsche and Techeetah fighting hard, and Techeetah go through. They're in the clear marble ahead of the silver marble of Porsche. Mahindra are running 4th. Envision are still there in 5th position. Audi, the only eliminated marble as it stands, with 2.5 minutes plus 1 lap to go. They're right together on the belt for second place, Techeetah and Porsche, because BMW now are pulling quite away in front. Apologies, it was Porsche and Mahindra that were right together for third.
Great run by Mahindra, by the way, starting in last. They have moved up from 12th all the way up now to 5th as they lose that battle. Back and forth they go.
But look who is up into the top three. Mercedes are there into third place. They've been slowly, quietly climbing their way through the field, and now they're running in third spot, trying to close in on Techeetah in front. They're in that dark marble that you can see just coming around the two lefts at the top of the course. Meanwhile, Techeetah are closing in on BMW for the lead. Will Mercedes come in and join this lead fight as they go up onto the belt with less than 2 minutes plus a lap to go?
As if the pressure of an M Prix were not enough, all of a sudden the marbles look around and see a Mercedes closing in on them.
Yeah.
They have to be sweating bullets now.
A minute and a half plus 1 lap to go. The top 4 or 5 spread out at the moment. It always looks as though DS Techeetah are strong down that back straight, but BMW get the time back through the corners. Here come Mercedes right behind Porsche. They're 1 row back on the belt as they come to the drop again. This has to be their opportunity.
Late races seem to be when Mercedes come into form. They led the final 6 laps back in Paris for that reason. They just seem to get stronger as the M Prix goes along.
BMW, Techeetah and Mercedes in that order for the lead of the Jakarta M Prix. Oh, I thought Mercedes had got the move done there, but some robust defensive work from Techeetah keeps them in second place.
That was a great look, and that's what you have to use against this team, is they have another look just before attack mode.
That's allowing Porsche to come into the fight a little more. Still BMW leading, 45 seconds plus a lap to go. There's the change for second. Too much speed from Techeetah, and Mercedes are able to take advantage now. Can they close in on race leaders BMW?
That is the exact same thing that happened in the last race between Porsche and Mahindra. Great battle developing. Mahindra broadside of the curb, and that basically ended their chance at a win.
Hashtag Jakarta M Prix if you want to get in touch, but the battle's not over for second place, you know. Porsche are not giving out without a fight, and they're only 3 rows back on the belt, Mercedes, from race leaders BMW. Across the line again, so this now will be the penultimate lap of the race, with Mercedes trying to close in on BMW for the lead. Techeetah 4th, Mahindra 5th, Dragon Jaguar, Neo, Venturi, and I don't believe it, Envision Racing have dropped down to 10th place, so perhaps only 1 point for them, unless Nissan can get through. Here we go then, about to start the final lap with BMW in the lead, Greg.
And who was that? It looked like difficulty getting onto the belt, and Techeetah took 3rd place. And this is far from over here. They've got to keep it off the walls, BMW, and keep it off the curbs. We've seen how dangerous they are.
BMW through the final corner to win the Jakarta M Prix. Mercedes continue their strong form with a 2nd place finish. Techeetah 3rd, 4th for Porsche. Are Envision going to hold on to that 10th place and take 1 point? Yes, they are. They are finally off the mark in terms of points. But here's a look at the results. After 5.5 minutes plus 1 lap of racing, BMW beating Mercedes by half a second, but still that strong form continues. Porsche slotting into 4th place, Mahindra in 6th, Neo and Jaguar, the 2 marbles that were 2nd in the standings, can only finish 7th and 8th. That means BMW Andretti Motorsport are up into 2nd position. Tag Heuer Porsche in 3rd, but Mercedes-Benz, Greg, a long way away at the top now.
17 points clear, and you have to wonder what some of the other marbles are thinking, especially the likes of Audi, of what could have been had they not been launched off the course. I imagine that is going to continue to reverberate through Marbula E for quite some time.
Well, let's hope that Audi are fit and ready for action for the next race. We'll see you then for the next Marbula E M Prix.